Today, like as you can see in the title and in the description, we are talking about language learning strategies, right? Because strategies is all about knowing what not to do, and strategy is 80% of success. If you really want to achieve success, you need to have better strategies. And language is a discipline that requires strategy in order to get to the point, in order to get achieve fluency. So today we'll be talking about strategies, and I'll be sharing strategies that I know with you. I'm a business English teacher, and I'm also an author, and I'm here to help you with some strategies you need in order to propel yourselves to fluency. So I will not only be the person speaking and sharing. I will appreciate it so much if you also share your strategies with us. So, all the listeners, just know that whenever you're ready, you can come up here and share with us your strategies. What works for you, what doesn't work for you in terms of, fluency, in terms of grammar, vocabulary. What are the strategies you're using to, navigate this journey that we call language learning? So thank you for joining, and also thank you, for your sharing in advance. All right, so I will start with you.
Well, I will only use in this case English as an example. So for me, I just play a lot of games, and I mostly just play a lot of like dialogue games where you have to read a bunch of stuff. That helps me pretty much um, to be where I am right now. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So playing games and before the game, you read dialogue that will help you to kind of navigate, the terrain of the game. Thank you for that. All right, now let me welcome News. I hope I'm getting the name right. News, right? So News, yeah, a quick introduction of yourself.
Good afternoon, this is Neus, not News. It's Neus
Yeah, thank you.
from Spain. And well, I'm here to catch some strategies because more or less, as you can see, my English is fluent. But my problem is that I don't practice very often because in Spain, the people doesn't have a good level. And I'm afraid I'm losing a lot of practice. So my strategies normally are just watch by phone some videos on English, obviously, and as well if I'm searching some info, try to type it in English because like this I may read the news in English rather than Spanish. So like this, I can keep going, but it's a little weak, so that's why I came here to catch some strategies from other people.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the party. I hope by the end of the party, you would have, learned some new strategies that you can use to empower your language learning. Thank you so much. Now, let me welcome Burak. What's up, Burak?
Hi, Isaac. I'm doing fine. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing amazing. I'm doing wonderful. So, a quick introduction and tell us about your language learning journey. A little bit, one or two strategies that you use that help you.
I'm from Istanbul, Turkey, and the strategy that works best for me is listening to podcasts, and if they have scripts, uh, doing shadowing technique by repeating the sentences after the people talking in the podcast, and by this way I can also add some new vocabulary, some new words into my vocabulary. So I can say that like you are listening, you are getting some fluency by repeating with shadowing technique, and you can build some vocabulary, like 3 birds with 1 stone. This is the best strategy that works for me.
Wow, that is great. Shadowing is one of the effective techniques that you can use, especially if you want to get your pronunciation right, and also the accent and even the speed. Like you talk about podcasts, right? So you're listening to your favorite podcast and host, and if they have a script, that is amazing. And even if they don't have it, you can still repeat after them. So Burak, that is such a wonderful strategy. I appreciate your sharing. Thank you.
I have one question about the language learning. Can I ask it?
Yeah, sure, you can. Go ahead.
So, isn't learning a language also about like the material you can find? Because, for example, someone said if you, for example, learn Polish, you can find more research than if you, for example, would learn a specific dialect of Arabic.
It is. Can you come again?
Sure. So what I mean is, isn't language learning also about material, what you can find online? Like, for example, if you would learn Polish, Polish language, you would find more material and stuff than if you, for example, would learn like a specific dialect of Arabic.
Yeah, so in terms of resources and material, it all depends on how wide that language is spoken, right? For instance, if you're learning English, it's so easy for you to get your hands on materials and resources online. But sometimes you talk about specific dialects, then that's going to be a little bit difficult to, acquire or get your hands on materials that can help you improve. But again, it's all about how much you are willing to assess those resources and materials, and even people that are kind of associated or related, or even native speakers of those specific dialects. So yeah, you're right. Thank you. Now let me welcome Veronica.
Veronica, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, Veronica. A quick introduction of yourself and tell us 1 or 2 strategies that you've been using so far that helps you, navigate or, move forward with your language learning.
Well, I'm from Dominican Republic. I'm 3 years old. I've been learning English for years now, and I think I'm getting better, But some of the strategies that I use is read, listen music in English, repeat everything, also talk with my family in English, my husband too, because he doesn't speak any English, so I'm trying to learn for him, to speak better with him.
That's great. So reading and listening to music, that is great. There are some of the ways, to help you, learn vocabulary and get your ears acquainted with the accent, the pronunciation of native speakers. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. I'll come back to you. But before that, again, let me welcome Steve. What's up, Steve?
Hello, Isaac. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Steve. So, Steve, just give us a quick introduction of yourself, and if possible, share with us 1 or 2 strategies that you use in your language learning process. Would you?
Yeah, sure. So I'm from London. I'm English from London, and a couple of the strategies that I use that I think work better for me are to just speak with people as soon as possible. So with the little knowledge that you can acquire through books or apps or YouTube or whichever way, use the little knowledge that you have to interact with people, speak to people, and then it kind of has a snowball effect.
Thank you. So Steve is saying it's all about Kevin, I'll come back to you. Would you hang on a minute? I'll come back to you, Kevin. So Stephen is saying it's all about using what you know. It doesn't matter how much, just use it, right? So it's about using it. If you're not using it, you're gonna lose it. So do not belittle how much you have. Just try to put it into action. Try to interact with people with whatever you know. Thank you so much, Steve. Okay, Rajiv.
Hey Isaac, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you, man. Once again, it's been a long time, right?
I think so. I think we're still kind of both in and around Tandem, but yeah, haven't had a chat with you in a party for a while. So yeah, good to be with everybody. I probably repeat myself quite a lot in some of these language parties, but I think some of what's been said already has been very useful. I think Burak spoke very well as well, and Steve. I don't think there is a single formula though that works for everybody in the same way. I think there are different strategies of improving your language learning, and some things work better for some people than others. I often think that it's useful, from my experience, to invest your time in if you want to build up vocabulary quickly, for example, then follow your passions, follow subjects and things that you really love, and then you don't have to worry about motivation. For a start, you can really, dig deep into something, whatever you're into, if it's something creative or sporting or technical or films, whatever it is in life, then, if you're passionate about something, then you learn more easily and more quickly. So that's always a good way to build up quite a lot of vocabulary of words and expressions in that area. And one of the benefits of that is it gives you confidence. Once you get that sort of base knowledge of a subject that you know a lot about, then you can extend that into other areas. So that's always quite useful. Also, I would often say here on Tandem, it's quite useful to record yourself. I know Burak was talking about the shadowing technique. That's a word I only discovered in this context on Tandem. I'd always called it sort of imitation, I guess, growing up. That's what I did. That's what I still do. But yes, that's clearly a useful technique for some people. And the benefit of recording yourselves doing it is a chance to keep track of your progress and how you hopefully are improving over time, whether it's just recording your own version or recording your target voice or a model voice or whatever, a native speaker, if you're interested in following a native style, and then your own version after that to compare and contrast. So there are a couple of things that I often trot out and say quite a lot on Tandem, but they seem to work quite well generally. But as I said, everyone's got their own method, and whatever works for you is.
Wow, such a profound, contribution right there, Rajiv. We appreciate that. So, first of all, Rajiv made mention of the fact that whatever works for you, go with it, right? So that is amazing because we are different people, and even the way we take in information, the way we learn are not the same, right? So, just make sure that we can only discuss different strategies here, but the ones that work for you, just put it in your bag and put it in your box of strategies and apply that. Thank you so much.